Today we're going to be showing you the 2013 light bars. As you can see here, this is the triple 3-inch pipe mount. We have 4 different styles of mounts in the 3-inch. We have one single, 2 doubles, and then the triple shown here. In the 2 variations of the doubles, you can have one above each other, or one facing forward, one facing rearward. They all come with the 3 or 4 grade stainless Allen key bolts, and as you can see here, the 1mm thick rubber channel that goes on the inside of the mounts to protect that aluminium tube is shown here. And they all come, the triples have a 16mm plate, whereas the singles and doubles all have 12mm. And we also have an I version, which is a universal version as well, which does most of your roof racks. And also 1-inch to 3-inch, you can use extended bolts to actually do the adjustment as needed, depending on what you're fitting it to, whether it be square tube or round tube between that 1 and 3-inch, and you can increase the rubber if you wish. But here we're going for the BL-LB60 on the top, which will have 20 spread reflectors at each end and then 20 pencil reflectors in the middle. And then beneath that we're going to have a BL-LB60AM, which is going to have an amber module in there from our 204 series of lamps. And as you can see here, we're just leveling that bracket up just to roughly get it level, to give us a bit of an indication. When we actually put that on the vehicle, back onto the vehicle, we'll actually then tighten them all up secure to ensure they're not going to move. We tend to just do one side first so we can get that fixed, and we'll get the first light bar mounted to there. We're also going to have the rearward facing light bar on this one. We're going to have a BL-LB60 ARM. The AR is the amber and red module, which will give us indicator and stop tail. So we'll have high mount indicators at the front and strobe, and then on the rear we'll have high mount stop tail indicator and also strobe again. So you can see here we're going to use 3 of those side threads on the light bar. There's actually 5 M8 threads on each end of the light bars. We're going to have 2 of the threads actually exposed forward, and we're going to be using 3 of the rear ones. You can also see those air ducts there on the light bar. That actually decreases the heat of the light bar by forcing the air through the fins, and enabling us to actually drive the LEDs a little bit warmer than normal, which increases our light output by 20%, now getting 240 lumens per 3-watt LED compared to previous models, which was giving us 200. So out of a 100 LED light bar, obviously we're getting 24,000 lumens compared to 20,000 lumens from prior models. All still with our 5-year warranty, all still with polycarbonate lenses. But the increase on this is also from an IP67 rating on earlier models up to an IP68 rating. And what that is that enables submersion of the light bar greater than 1 metre. That's what the regulation is. So we went on beyond that and we tested the light bar at 30 metres on the ocean bed floor for 30 minutes and exceeded anybody's expectations with coming back out with no water ingress at all. So we've well surpassed the IP68 rating for water intake. As you can see here, we're fitting on the LB60 AM. You can see those amber modules, and then beside that amber module there's actually 4 amber LEDs with a pencil reflector, and that's going to be our strobe there, wired up separately. And here you can see the rear BL-LB60 ARM being fitted, and being those modules, the amber and the amber red, are all ADR compliant, so they all pass the Australian regulations, and being that they're all multi-volt, that makes the whole light bar 12 volt or 24 volt can fit to. No problems at all. There's no alternative wiring that needs to be done. That can easily fit up, and it won't change the light output either. The light output would still be the same if you fit it to a 12 volt vehicle or a 24 volt vehicle. And as you can see, we've hidden the cables from the 3 light bars underneath the channel of that cage, and we've also fitted here 2 of the BL-0118 18-watt LED lamps, and we're going to actually put those on the same switch as the rear facing white LEDs from that light bar, and we're going to put those on a separate switch by themselves. You could hook them up to a reverse lights if you wish to. Being the current drawer is only about 4.5 amps, but we've decided to put it on a switch, so for in a camp environment we can turn them on and off whenever we like, rather than having to have the ignition on as well if you were to put it onto your reverse lights. So we've actually taken the cable, as you can see, into that channel. You can see that's going to be facing forward. You can see the clear lenses next to those amber ones, and that's our 4 amber strobes. We've put pencil beam reflectors on those to give us more penetration of that amber light, and that's where the cable is. The cable's running down that tube and out the bottom mount, so that'll all be hidden within the tub liner, and that'll give us our left indicator, right indicator. They're both being connected together underneath for the front and rear light bar. The indicator's been joined, as well as the strobes. And here we've got it where it's all fitted up. We've just aligned it again to get it all level, being that the outside have got our spread beams. They're going to give us 120 degree spread, so you don't need to angle it down or up. You can angle it just dead straight, and that'll allow you penetration of your pencil beam reflectors. And on the rear facing, we've got all spread except for those amber strobes, which you can see at the ends, which have got the pencil beams. We put a spread on the back to give us that wide beam angle, and that's going to give us about 200 metres of light. Just those round BL-0-1/8s are going to give us a comparison to a 60 watt halogen driving light on each side, as well as the light bar itself is going to increase that even further. So we will get at least 200 metres to 300 metres of usable light. Obviously it'll hit reflectors further, but usable light about 200-300 metres. And that's our strobe controller with 3 settings, and then that's our switch that we've put on there for our rear facing lights that we got. And here we're going to go through the motions of those light bars, and you'll see there's the tail lights, so that's ideal for high visibility at night, especially for trucks which are a bit higher. You can see there's our left indicator, and there obviously those cables just come down that left hand tube and then down to our rear lights, and then we've picked up 1 indicator from the other side. Also, all the light bars, you can see there the strobes going. It goes through the 3 different motions. But also keep in mind that the actual light bars, even though shown here all in black, they are also available in white. So you can either make it stand with the vehicle, or you can make it stand out by going the white or black. Are also good for the marine side of things as well. And also the standard mounts for the light bars have the end feet, which are sufficient to support these light bars, and we have an optional rail support if the light bar is actually longer than the fixing that it's going to. So here you can see the indicators going through their motion, and then the strobe, that's a strobe A setting, and a strobe B, and then a strobe C. And as mentioned, this is through our HS-51030A strobe controller, though they can be connected up to pretty much any strobe controller you like. And as you can see that beam pattern there, you can see the outside spreads in the center pencil by the diffusion of the actual light. And all those the white lights are a 6000K pure white light. So you can see that how it flares on the outside, and then it's more narrow on the inside. So those narrow inner ones are pencil beams. So if you're standing straight in front of the vehicle, you'd find those to be penetrating further than your hours. And you can even see your strobes, working well while those lights are on as well. And we're going to take a further back view so you can see more of the vehicle. So you can see there the light bar, even though we've put the combination, the LB60 AM at a lower than our main BL-LB60. You could put that around the other way if you wished, but we find the height there is perfect, being the light penetrating is covering the roof of the vehicle, while the higher light bar giving us a nice amount of white light and not having any issues with shining on the bonnet. And as you can see, we've got one in the where the winch is as well. So the light bars, you can view it all on the website, which is www.britelightautoparts.com, or you can visit our showroom or give us a call by the numbers there. That's all Brite Led Tech products. You can see our showroom.